Hello, it's quelling time, and welcome back to another video. We will be talking about the 2 books that I have read for a group read-along challenge in May. And those are I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Reid. I'm not sure, is it Iain or Iain? Reid. And The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So without much further ado, let's start! Surprise, surprise! I have read a total of 8 books in the month of May, even if I don't have any physical copies of those books. So for the Asian Readathon, I have read 6 books, and for this group read-along challenge, I have read 2 additional books. We'll start with I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Iain Reid. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Is that Iain or Iain? Anyway, this is the cover. For somebody that is very curious and interested in mystery novels, it does not speak anything to me. And I have a lot of mixed emotions while listening to this audiobook. The intro hooked me. It started with its title, and the girlfriend is thinking of breaking up with his boyfriend. But that's about it. That's the whole story, where it all revolved in how and when she would break up with him. But the story for me is not really that remarkable. It's, on the other hand, it's forgettable. In fact, I already forgot the names of the characters as of this moment. I think the audiobook would be a better choice for this novel instead of reading it, because it gives you the chills that it intends to give. But then, as I go along this tedious conversation that passes from the girlfriend to the boyfriend, I was like, girl, why don't you just say it? It's not you, it's me, diba? Classic. Para mag-break na lang kasi napaka-creepy. The guy for me started like an interesting intellectual person na siguro magiging crush ko din if I were on the girl's shoes. But the moment that I feel creepy around you, I think that's already a red flag that I have to call it off. And if I were the girl, I won't even agree to go to the farmhouse of the boy, because he's already as creepy as... And you still want to meet his parents? It's like, girl, I thought you're ending things with him, so why bother to get to know him more? It's like you're just adding salt to the wound and adding more memories for you to forget. If you're not really interested with him, why don't you just call it off? And then the novel went downhill. Yes, I'm scared of schizophrenic tendencies of people, and I'm interested whenever a story features that. I have watched several Korean dramas that feature schizophrenic or multiple personality disorder, and I think those are better executed than these novels. Fans of Iain Reid, no hate please. I'm just saying that this novel is not for me as a plot-driven girl. It focuses more on getting to know the characters. Maybe that's where it is investing to invest on the characters, but no, I feel disconnected with the characters because I cannot see the point of her trying to get more of the relationship when in the first place it's not working anymore for her. The ending satisfying on its own. I cannot think of any better ending than that ending. So I still gave it 3 stars in Goodreads. It's okay. So. I don't hate it, just that it's not for me. And then we read The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And to be honest, I really wanted to fall in love with this novel. I heard a lot of great reviews. I really wanted to fall in love with this world, with this theatrical magic fantasy illusion. If I only have the social status needed to be a revere, then maybe I will be one. The revere are the this number one fan of the circus. They follow the circus wherever it go. So before that, let's go back to the synopsis. The Night Circus is a circus that operates only at night, and it is a battlefield for these two main characters, Celia and Marco. Since childhood, they were trained by their fathers for this competition that will happen in the circus. However, the two of them fell in love, and so we will follow how they would compete with each other when they are feeling some romantic feels. The setting is great. The Night Circus is superb, and if you will look at the Night Circus individually, Erin Morgenstern has put a lot of effort in details in the book that it becomes atmospheric. My favorite characters, however, are not Celia and Marco. I like more minor characters than the two main characters. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I like Tsukiko and Mr. Tisen. Tsukiko is a special character. You have to find out. If you want to know, you have to read the book who she is, because that part of her identity revelation was a big explosion on my part, and I would not share that to you. Anyway, I really like Tsukiko. She's like a McGonagall. If you're familiar with Harry Potter characters, she's like a cross between Dumbledore and McGonagall. Like, I will try to help you if you will need my help. And if you will ask me for help, then I will help you gladly. But if you don't, then so be it. Oh, I like Chiquiko. And then we have Mr. Tisen. I really like Mr. Tisen because he's a gentleman, a genuine character who really cares about Celia, and I admire him. And I think Celia would be better off with Mr. Tisen than Marco. But then I'm not Celia, so let her be. However, I also have my least favorite characters, and those are the fathers of the two, the father of Celia and the father of Marco. I think it's really problematic whenever parents are portrayed as somebody who would just train or use their sons and daughters for their own glory. I'm not really sure what competition they are fighting for. It's not like Hunger Games physical competition. They're not going to harm each other physically because they are illusionists. And it's like the best illusion wins. Even Celia and Marco do not know the mechanics of the game. In the beginning, I thought the competition is like a talent show where there is Celia and Marco and they're going to perform magic trick or illusion, and then there are set of judges who would decide who performs illusions the best. Here comes Chukiko enlightening Celia, saying that she will only win if the opponent could no longer perform magic or illusion. That's when I understood the summary or the synopsis of the book, saying only one of them could come out alive, because you could only win if your opponent could no longer perform magic. My favorite part of the book is the dinner part, the midnight dinner. It's an exclusive dinner for selected elites. The menu is not revealed, and if you were to be invited, then you would be in a surprise on what dish would be served to you. And I think I would like to go and try midnight dinners. However, unlike I'm thinking of ending things, I think the Night Circus is better read than listened to because of the beautiful words that Erin Morgenstern has put together to describe or to give us details on the setting of the story. So I think I could have enjoyed it more if I read it in a book, not listen it in the audiobook. Well, anyway, I'm still giving Night Circus 4 stars because I enjoyed the atmospheric feel while reading it or while listening to it. And I think I will still give it a second reading when I get my physical copy of the book because the cover is just so beautiful. The major takeaway of this novel is actually The same with Hunger Games. Surprise, surprise! It has slow pacing plot, but I realized I got the same takeaway. Like, if you are not going to win this game, why don't you destroy the game? Hmm. Hmm. I was suddenly reminded of that moment in Hunger Games when Katniss convinced or was trying to convince Peeta to not play the Hunger Games anymore. Huh? Yeah. Surprise. But I think the puzzling enigma of the book is the whole point of the circus. It's like you're just here to enjoy the surroundings. I think the night circus is better read during rainy days and one of those lazy days. You're not doing anything, you're not in a rush. You have all the time to enjoy the descriptions and the atmosphere of the book. Did I like it? Not yet sure. But I'm giving it 4 stars for the beautiful setting. Here are the last 2 books that I have read for the month of May. I'm thinking of Ending Things by Reid and The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And I have a question before you go. Since my May reading experience is full of enigmatic, mysterious, and charismatic characters, I would like to know who is your most enigmatic, most mysterious, and most charismatic character that you have met in the fictional world, and why? I would like to hear your answers. Let me know in the comment section. For me, that's actually Sazed of Mistborn. If you're not familiar with Mistborn, I will have a separate video for that. It cannot be in one of the wrap-ups. It's just very special for me. I'm a Mistborn fanatic. And that's it for this video. See you in the next video. Happy reading! I really want to fall. And I'm not sure if...
I can't forget that day we met. Your eyes so blue, me piercing through. I can't forget.
And I'm not sure.
Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you,
and my favorite characters are Tsukiko and Miss Teasen. And Mr. Teasen. Tsukiko is Zeus.
I can't forget the day we met. You look so fly in your red Corvette. Your hair, your look, your everything. When I see it all on you.